are the days you can breathe at last. These are the days, no turning back. These are the times, don't let slip away.
Just a sec. I want to record this tennis for later. So, Vancouver, yay, right? Well, I was riding my bike, got hit by a car, broke my arm, and was laid off from my job. I thought, well, bad is just bad, right? I applied for employment insurance, and they asked me if I wanted to do a job training program, and I said, okay. There were 15 of us. I thought the course was going to be about, job interviews, resumes, dress for success, But no, it was about transitions, about who we are as human beings. And I thought, wow, well, ancient cultures have rites of passages honoring human transitions, and Carlos Castaneda says there's times to do and times to be. So, Brianna, our course leader, got us listening. That's it, just listening. If someone talks, we listen. We don't put our 2 cents worth in, we just listen. I mean, how hard is that? Who the hell listens for more than 2 seconds, right? And then we did our significant other questionnaire. We'd choose a significant other to answer questions about ourselves. Silly me. My sister's significant. So I took the ferry to Salt Springs so my sister could answer my questionnaire. I brought it back to class, and we all sat in a big circle. Brianna would read a question, and we would all read our significant other answers. Does so-and-so have special qualities? Well, everybody got rave reviews. She is so amazing. She is so fantastic. Blah, blah, blah. Well, comes to MJ, mine says N/A, not applicable. Next question. Everybody is so wonderful, so talented. MJ, N/A. After 9 answers, all N/A, Brianna said she would be my significant other. I mean, and she wrote supportive stuff like everybody else. MJ is unique. MJ is intelligent and creative, and MJ is growing as a human being. You know that movie, The Streetcar Named Desire? She depended upon the kindness of strangers. Well, Brianna, a total stranger, treated me differently, and I saw how harmful my family, well, my mother had been. It's crazy, I know, that it's late in life to learn this, but everything changed. I took computer courses, and I found a fantastic job for me where dressing for success wasn't high heels, it was this. Yep. Well, she shouldn't sit on our doorstep. We'll call the police. Okay. That bag lady on our front step, she has 2 master's degrees. Yeah, forestry and music. I mean, she has options if she wanted them. I mean, now I can work anywhere. I got a deal on this condo, and I bought another condo after the subprime meltdown in Arizona. Steal of a deal. Now, when it starts raining here, I migrate south, like the whales, and play tennis all winter. I love my life now. When something doesn't work, I change it. Here's what I mean. I'm playing tennis, mixed doubles. A guy my age falls, and he says, "Damn women." Yeah, damn women. And this is from a guy who's having affairs while his wife, TRISH, my best friend, is having chemo in Victoria. You know, when men get to be 64, you think there'd be something other than getting laid. The other player said he should apologize, but oh no. He gets up and he gets this close and he says, "Shut your effing mouth." Oh, whoa, I haven't said a word. I mean, what can you say to a guy with such an extensive vocabulary? No, I'm calm. I look him in the eye and I say, no, shut your foul mouth. And while you're at it, stick that and keep that puny, shriveled up, whatever you call it, to yourself. Whoa, he went ballistic. He was like a 6-year-old misogynist having a tantrum. It was all because he fell while playing tennis with a female senior. It was, you know why I like Arizona? Because a tennis player there ranked a 4 is a 4 because you beat 4s on the ladder. Here, everybody ranks themselves. Here, a 4 might be a 2.5, maybe a 3 there. Yeah. Small town, big egos, special rules for special people, ordinary rules for ordinary people. Yeah. I mean, I love it here, but some people drive me crazy. I mean, I've got to get out of here. I'd go nuts like that bag lady. Hey, you're new here, right? You think there's a lot to do? Yeah? Well, after a couple of years, not so much. You'll go south. Well, but hey, try the newcomers club. All the newbie ladies get together and form their cliques. Just being honest. Remember the word? Right, choice. Now I choose who I hang with. I don't cave to anybody who doesn't treat me with respect. I mean, toxic people infect our self-esteem, just like blood is infected by poison. You have to take care of yourself for body, mind, and spirit. They're all interconnected. Now, I am a spiritual warrior. I choose what is right for me. I hope I'm not boring you, that you're not thinking, whoa, what a weirdo, I'm not going to sublet from her. Let me show you something truly amazing in the microscope. Do you see that? That is a white blood cell, our immune system at work. See that little guy? That's a neutrophil. Neutrophil granulocytes are the most abundant white blood cells in mammals. They clean our blood of toxins. Those little guys are working to keep us healthy 24/7, 365. I mean, you'd think we choose to help them help us by not eating sugar and salt, red meat, junk. See that guy? See how hard he's working? That's me. That's my neutrophil. Isn't that awe-inspiring, what's going on inside of our bodies? You know, scientists can't make a neutrophil. No, only God can make a neutrophil. Want me to show you yours?
Yeah, build your condo. I'm going. Jesus.
They shall not grow old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them.
We remember what should never have happened. Magda, God lover, was 11. The captain of the Einsatzgruppen, an obese, repulsive man, kept Magda for himself. Magda troubled deaf heaven with bootless cries to Yahweh, the God of the Exodus, pleading for mercy. That captain was so brutal, she lost consciousness and lost count of how many others after him before they threw her into the ravine and covered her with dirt and lime. That night, Magda somehow regained consciousness and crawled out. She said she could hear the earth breathing. Somehow, on her hands and legs and bleeding badly, she managed to crawl to this farmhouse where this couple took her in and nursed her and kept her hidden until the end of the war. Why did I ask Magda, a Jew, to be godmother at your baptism? Oh, well, there are many layers as to why. Are you sure you have time? Your dad won't like me telling this. George, turn your hearing aid off or watch the Canucks play hockey. You never really know your family until you share an inheritance. Dad's parents died during the war, and his elder brother, Gilbert, took over the family farm, all 700 acres, and the engineering firm that your grandfather built out of the numerous patents on his inventions. When Dad came home, it wasn't to a hero's welcome. Oh no, Gilbert wouldn't even open the door to invite Dad in for a cup of tea. The ludicrous bit was that some woman in the village that I'd never even met spread gossip that I'd only married Dad because of his money. Silly cow. Dad got nothing. Not a stick of brass or silver. Not a farthing. Nothing. Not even a photograph of his parents. I took this photograph when Gilbert left your dad standing on the front doorstep. Goodness, get me talking. Out come the secrets. Like Auntie, your dad never talked about the war, except in the middle of the night when he had his nightmares. In the secrets lies the illness. When Auntie had a breakdown and disappeared, I looked all over. The shelters, no. The RCMP, I heard she was on a boat near Port Hardy. No. In a cabin near Tofino. No. Then I got the call from the hospital in Port Alberni. The nurse said Magda was dying, and she had me down as her next of kin. When I saw Auntie, she said our family had been the answer to her prayer. Well, that made me wonder how an almighty God could do so little. As many people died in the Holocaust by bullets as died at Auschwitz-Birkenau. But then I remembered that I had done so little too. I wish I had done more. Thank goodness for this couple whose names we shall never know. Here, you take the photos. And remember, your dad and Auntie Magda and this couple were decent human beings who died without fanfare, and attention should be paid to their stories. Well, thank you for listening. I know it took longer than we expected, but I'm awfully glad to stroke that off my to-do list. I beg your pardon? Well, now what's wrong? What do you mean, why didn't I tell you before? Secretive? I'm not secretive. When would you have listened? Manipulative? Oh, who's being manipulative now? Yes, I admit we didn't tell you, but you do know now. It was your father's story, not mine. I had no choice. Dad always insisted we let sleeping dogs lie. Oh, well, I'm sorry you think I'm so dishonest. Oh, as for the dreadful events surrounding Auntie Magda, when would you have listened? Oh, when you come here, if you come, you always arrive late. Yes, you do. And always in a terrible mood. And then you go rushing off again. If I don't have time to talk to you about the small things, when is there time to talk about the big things? What? No, no, I have not finished, so don't interrupt. No, Elizabeth, please don't go. Oh, Elizabeth, no. I've finished. I'll be quiet, I promise. Oh, Elizabeth, don't go away angry. Elizabeth, look, the booties. Don't forget the booties. Oh. Stone the flippin' crows. Elizabeth Mary Johnson, 64 going on 16. And you, Joan, you silly old fool, when will you ever learn to keep quiet and just smile? Oh, George, not one word. And you can move over, George. You might be seeing me sooner rather than later.
Did our mothers ever do that? It's one tiny piece of the puzzle in the vast silent topography between my mother and me. Talk about anatomy was taboo. I learned from a book, My Body Has a Vagina. Did our mothers know they had a G-spot? Did our fathers know their wives had a built-in highway to heaven? Or, like my dad at his menial job, did women survive their job in silence? Mom never mentioned masturbation, menstruation, female orgasm, certainly not lesbians, for heaven's sake. As a mother, I was determined my girls not get drunk in the back seat of a car and require tetracycline for a nasty surprise. When my girls talk, I'm all in. No subject is off limits. I want my girls to be safe, informed, proud of their female bodies, and hopefully very happy as women. Freud said women have penis envy. Well, no offense, but I'm so glad the random sperm that fertilized my mother's egg became me, and I get to live my life in my woman's body. Oh, no dessert, thank you. We'll contemplate this nice wine. May I share a story? I told you Rick's hobby is real estate. A businessman wanted a property in Whistler. Rick had forgotten his wallet with the guy's card, and he phoned home to get the number. When I opened Rick's wallet, out fell a piece of pink paper with a perfume I recognized belonging to a nurse, aptly known as the head nurse. I gave Rick the number. He said when the property sold, he'd buy me a Mercedes. He's always generous that way. I said goodbye and we hung up. And time stood still. Like the day Mom's doctor said she has Alzheimer's. I was frozen. Now, I don't do fear. Fear is not part of my repertoire. No woman gets ahead being afraid. But just like that day, my heart was racing. I couldn't get a deep breath, and my fingers were just icy cold. You know, I had never been seriously tempted. Sure, I can appreciate a nice piece of eye candy. Whew. I can admire a well-groomed gentleman in a nicely chosen suit. I might even, on occasion, indulge in undressing him, but only in my imagination. My work involves overnight travel. At dinner, I hang with the gay guys or dine alone. I take a taxi by myself back to the hotel. It's lonely, but I can look after myself if you know. A gorgonzola served at room temperature. A few degrees make all the difference. A fine wine, the nuances are subtle. A woman's perfume ought to be hinted at, not announced. Just discerned by those individuals selectively invited into intimate range. Some women sashay in and overpower entire rooms with ghastly fragrance. Ugh. That perfumed love note from Rick's wallet was noxious. My stomach turned and I vomited. Sorry. But he has it all, you know? A successful career, 3 bright, beautiful daughters, more luxury than 99% of the planet, a wife who enjoys her early morning rise and shine. So why? Why so greedy? What is that hollow space inside that people take what's not theirs? I'm sorry. You know, the thing is, my parents adore Rick. They have him up on the pedestal, and I'm the luckiest girl in the world. I can't tell them that he couldn't keep his zipper up. Dad has enough on his plate. I detest secrets, but, well, there's Hillary's solution to Wild Bill. But I've never been an advocate of open marriage. To me, a vow is a vow, period. For better, for worse, till death do us part. You know, the creek won't ever rise high enough to cause my daddy to cheat on my mom. That's a real marriage. Tell me, how did my mother accomplish that? She only ever went down on her knees to say a rosary. I'm sorry. Mom kept her silence. Somehow, unlike me, she also kept her husband. But last week, Dad had a stroke. He can't take care of her anymore. Talk about timing. The girls are gone. Now my parents. And Rick. Oh, he offered me the Mercedes. No. I did, however, take a few vintages from my wine cellar. Oh, I love this. Oh. I was in London starting my career when Cats opened. Do you remember this? Old Grisabella, the glamour cat who lost her sparkle. All she had left was her memory of being in love. Funny, when we're young, 50, seems so old. And then when you're 64, you feel so young, except you dread losing your precious memories, collected over a lifetime in damn forgetfulness. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you for listening. May I do something for you? May I ask? Have you ever colored outside the lines? I didn't think so. Me neither. But I can tell you, it's a long time since I felt myself get wet during dinner. That was intended as a compliment. I have a nice Malbec at home. Would you have time for a nightcap on Forbidden Plateau? Great. Let me get the bill. No, she who talks pays the bill. Your turn next time. Oh, excuse me. The hospital. Alexandra speaking. Oh, no. Yes, of course. It's Trish.
Along the west coast and up around the north end of the island. Today, temperatures heading up to about 24 through Nanaimo, and Comox will be at 22 through downtown Victoria.
Nothing against the homeless men who log onto the library computer, but I hope this meet me isn't like the last one. Hi there. When I saw your picture, I felt an immediate click. My picture? You felt a click? I read your profile, and we're a perfect match. I love to dance. I volunteer at the hospice. Hospice? Impressive. You must be a caring person. You love to snowshoe. I've always wanted to learn. Oh, snowshoeing's so easy. Just put on your snowshoes and away you go. I'm 61. 61? A younger man thinks we're a match. Now we're talking. I'm active and physically fit. Good. No pot belly. Eat your heart out, Dagmar. I'm looking for friendship, but with the right person. I'm open to a long-term relationship and possible intimacy, but only in the context of a meaningful, committed relationship. Oh my goodness, exactly what I want. May I meet you for coffee? Nice. May I? May I have your phone number? Yours sincerely, Sam. Well, Sam, I like may I. Very nice. Little courtesies count. Gosh, dancing, volunteering, snowshoeing, possible long-term meaningful commitment. We definitely have common interests. Whew, I'm already saying we. Let me think. What should I write back? Sonia, talking to yourself again. So what? Rudy doesn't answer his cell phone. Meow. Hello, Kitty. Does Kitty need Mommy's affection? You love being stroked. Oh, yes, you do. Kitty loves his new home much better than the animal shelter. But now Sonia has an important letter to write. Dear Sam, thank you for your letter. After all those meet me messages that only say meet me, yours is a welcome change. Very insistent, aren't you? Ah, your dish is empty. Excuse me, Sam. A mother's work is never done. What do you think, Kitty? Could this be the one? Sounds promising, but I've been here before. Men say they'll call, but don't. After being happily married, dating is so awkward. What are the rules? There are no rules. When I spoke to Rudy, he answered. When Rudy said he would do something, he did it. He didn't vanish. Well, not until he totally vanished. I walked along the estuary with a man, said he was therapist for men in transition. We had a pleasant conversation. Said he would call. Nothing. I sent a friendly email. Nothing. Makes you wonder how much help he would be for men in transition, eh, Kitty? What's with vanishing men? You have any insights? Better not get my hopes up? Probably right. Sam, who are you, Sam? Do I tell you my phone number? Last man who called was a definite dud. Said he was going to Kuala Lumpur to visit his first grandchild. When I said, "Oh, that's exciting," he said, "Not really." I said, "But your first grandchild." He said, "Yeah." I said, "That's exciting." He said, "Not really." He wanted to take me to a fancy restaurant. I said, "No, thank you. I don't think we're compatible." He calls me judgmental, frigid, and some other choice words. And the anger. I never heard such anger. Maybe Dagmar was right about small towns. The good ones are already taken or dead. Going to Arizona sounds better all the time. Oh, Sam, what should I say? We have some common interests. That's important. Going for coffee would be nice, not frigid. Please call at your convenience. Yours sincerely, Sonja. Do I push send or delete? Breathe. Send. Now I wait. Oh my! Oh! Calm down. Oh! Calm down. Hello? Sonja speaking. Yes, Sonja from the Internet Dating. Thanks for calling so quickly. I read you like dancing. I'm still learning, but there's no time like the present to start something new, eh? Excuse me? Is this Sam? But, Sam, are you? This sounds like a woman's voice. You are a woman. Your name is Samantha. Oh, excuse me, Sam. I don't know what to say except that I don't think we're looking for the same thing. Sonja, breathe. Look, Sam, in all honesty, this isn't what I was expecting, but since you called and were talking, why don't you tell me a little about yourself? Where do you go dancing?
When I get older, losing my hair, many years from now.
Will you still be sending me a valentine? Birthday greetings, bottle of wine.
When I stay out till 2:45,
Would you lock the door?
Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64?
Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64?
Paddles up, you hear? Don't be small. Don't waste a moment being afraid, because you just never know. We all good? There's hope. There's always hope. Reach. Reach.
These are the tears shed at last. These are the days. Life is kind, life is cruel. Sometimes hero, sometimes fool. Could take your breath away. Every day comes down to minutes, and after all, right now we're in it. Right here, right now. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. These are the days you can breathe at last. These are the days, no turning back. These are the times, don't let slip away.